Yo peeps and regular marshmallows, it's me! I'm back and hopefully not gonna leave again. And yes, I know what you're thinking, but Everseas, you've said that before and there's no possible way that you could keep that promise. Actually, yes there is. In fact, I'm going to try to post every single week. I will say when I'm not going to post this week instead of just vanishing in thin air. He'll be fine. Don't worry. So, to kick off my actually posting on this freaking channel escapades, I will be doing a Meet the Artist of sorts. Partially talking about myself, but not digging deep into it, and partially talking about Everseas and her ref. But again, not really digging deep into her. My name is Everseas. No, not my real name, come on. I use Krita to draw digitally, OBS Studios to record my screen, and Adobe Premere Pro to edit. I have a new Audio-Technica microphone that I just got and I'm trying out in this video. I have been drawing all my life and don't intend to stop. In fact, I hope to make it my career to be an artist and animator. I started drawing dragons specifically just before 2020, probably late 2019, and I have learned a ton about drawing them ever since. Which is a solid tip for anyone starting out art, whether it's dragons or not. Just keep getting at it and practicing. You will get there. For some, it takes more time and some less, but don't worry, it will happen. Anyways, I hope to create a solid following on YouTube so that I can get a steady way of making money, as well as a fun hobby or job, depending on how large I get. I am writing and drawing my own graphic novel with my own world building and own characters. It's not related around Wings of Fire at all, even though it does have dragons in it. I do have a graphic novel that I'm working on that is related to Wings of Fire, but that's not as much of a concern to me. I am also making a graphic novel with a friend. That one is not related to Wings of Fire either. I am working on and writing a few books without illustrations as well. I have 2 cats and a dog, and I want a boa constrictor and some sort of bird. I'm definitely a cat person, but I still love dogs. It's really strange because I think most people would say that I have a dog person personality, but I think I definitely like cats better. My favorite color is blue, I think. It's sort of become more of a lavender or a forest green at this point. I love Everseas' new ref because it features like all my favorite colors. It's really amazing. Her old ref was terrifying, but this one is much better. Alright, now moving on to Everseas. I won't talk too much about her since I plan to have a video about completely revolving around her lore and backstory. So this is like a teaser of sorts. Before that, I want to quickly explain my Sona situations. It's actually sort of hilarious because it's taken me so long to get a Sona. I have probably made 6 Sonas in an attempt to make one that I like. I will show a couple here, but some that won't be shown here are an unnamed rainwing leafwing. I think I was going to call her Raspberry, but I have no idea. I never colored her, so she doesn't really count much. One that I was going to keep, actually, was a hivewing leafwing named, I think, Sassafras? You are all so lucky I didn't keep her, and definitely lucky I didn't keep her name. But just look at her! What is that? It's very strange. I definitely made most of these a long time ago, but you can definitely see that the art style changed. There were definitely a few more Sonas in the mix, but the next I can remember is the lovely Poisonberry. She's a sandwing rainwing, and all I can say about her is, what in the world is this? The pattern on her tail is literally the way I draw sandwing barbs. This is hilarious. Why did I do that? Anyways, then I was gonna have my Sona be Rain, a seawing rainwing that I'm sure you've seen before, as I have posted a speed paint on her before, and I have multiple drawings on my DeviantArt about her. But the name Raining Seas wasn't really sitting well with me, and I already had a backstory for Rain. So, then came along Everseas. This right here is her first ref. What on earth? It's not good. Please gag about it. It's terrible. I could not draw proportions or anything. The colors were terrible until I just recently redesigned her. Those colors were the same until maybe last week. But I still love her, even though her old ref is a little bit generic. It's still wonderful, and I definitely am glad that I stuck with her as my Sona. Anyways, we are now here, with me making a new reference for her. So, moving on. Everseas is a Seawing Leafwing hybrid, with a couple creative liberties that definitely don't exist in the references. She has set up a village with some of her old friends, but there's some other dragons who want the village burned to the ground for unknown reasons. They are actually known, but not to you. There you go, guys! That's a lovely teaser for you. Everseas has green fire that she can control with her talons. She can manipulate it into shapes that she chooses. She got the fire from a cave, which is more lore that I would not be explaining right now. Anyways, more teasers. That was fun, wasn't it? Are you all excited to hear about her entire lore story eventually? I hope you are. Anyways, a little about her design before we go. I absolutely adore her new design. This is the last time I designed her. Look at this. It's the most generic thing you've ever seen. It has all the Seawing patterns and all the Leafwing patterns, but nothing differentiating from either of them. They're just so generic. It makes me cry a little bit. But when I redesigned her, I wanted to incorporate more colors and some more shapes. I also made her wings more flowy and leaf-shaped. And I just think they look so, I don't even know, soft. After that, I added some more color depth to the wings, and that adds a lot more variety to her color palette and a little bit more fun to look at. I also added the fur on her talons in a sort of whim, and I really like it. She is now my favorite OC, and I hope you all love her too. Thank you all for watching. Do you guys have a crazy Sona story too? Also, any questions about her, and simple ones about me, not personal please, can be answered in the comments. Be sure to check out my DeviantArt if you would like to see more of my art, and be sure to subscribe if you like my content. And yes, I promise I won't abandon you again. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have an incredible day or night.
When I feel now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better.